I open up Reaktor. Let's go ahead and start Reaktor from scratch. And as we said before, mine shows up at this other screen. Let's see, do I have a Reaktor player? I do not have Reaktor player, so I'm just gonna have to open up Reaktor 6. Yeah, like this. And Reaktor play. And the one that y'all have access to for free is, there's not that much in there, and I don't remember what it is exactly, but I know you'll have access to like a couple of light things. So basically, on the left-hand side, we're going to see some of the synths, and these are like the names of synths, or these are folders that have synths in them. So for example, if I go over here to Scanner or Prism, I know you've got like a basic version of Prism. So I can click on Prism, I can go over here to Prism, double click it, and opens up the synth that you have access to. Now I can play it. Now, the next part you need to go to after you've clicked on that is over here on the left, you should see these little lines right here. These little lines are your snapshots, basically your presets. So I click on this, and you want to click on the little camera here, and if it has a plus, that means that there's folders inside of it. If it does not have a plus, there's no folders. So I'm going to click on it. See, these do not have pluses. That means there's no folders inside. You just click on it, and now it gives you all the different ones. So this one is the best of Prism, and you would have like Prism Light or something like that. And it's got all these great sounds. Some really, really cool sounds in here, okay? Yeah, these are some neat sounds. And like I said, I'm not sure exactly what Reaktor Start comes with. Let's just take a look at that real quick. Not over here, over here. Komplete Start, I should say. And so Komplete Start comes with inside of Reaktor, what it has laser bass, carbon 2. Okay, here, let's see. Okay, track 01 bass, micro prism. So you have a basic version of this one that I'm playing with here. You got laser bass. Laser bass is dope. Let's show you laser bass. So I'm going to go over here to my factory selection, R2 laser bass. There we are. Yours, the way you get to them is probably going to be a little bit differently, but you'll end up here at laser bass. And then we're going to go and click on our little snapshots over here on the left-hand side and go to our embedded sounds here and click on these folders. Yeah, these are for free. Yep. And in here, eat that. There we go. Some really cool little sounds in here. And I'm not going to show how to use these because everyone is completely different. I'm just going to show you how to pull up your presets. So there's different presets in here, and you can click on these different folders, get into here. Just remember, the most important part is after you find the instrument that you want to use, you click on your snapshot list here, and then you open up the little camera looking thing here with the plus on it, and then you got folders with all your sounds in it. So not super explanatory, like not super user friendly at first, but once you've done it a couple times, it becomes pretty easy. What else is in here? Carbon 2, yep, okay, so Carbon 2 right here. I'm gonna double click it. Now, when you double click these, it's gonna ask you if you wanna save changes, and you're gonna say no. Just always say no. Now here's Carbon 2. And Carbon 2 can do some cool sounds as well. Once again, I'm going to click on my presets here, click on the little plus button, go into my bank. And once again, these are all free sounds that they come with it. So there's Carbon 2 and Space Drone. Space Drone is cool. I like Space Drone a lot. Let's see. Where is it in here? Click on the little thing here. Space Drone. There you are. Space Drone. So Space Drone, you don't actually need any kind of... You just hit play, and it just is a drone. You can change your sounds. And it's literally just noise. This is good for sampling. You want to make sure that you sample this stuff, record it in. And the presets are cool. You can also, you can see you can get to the presets up here as well if you wanted to. I find it better to get to the presets over here on the left-hand side, but that's me. Great special effecty sounds. But remember, you need to be recording these. You know, you need to be recording these. All right, over here on the left-hand side, let's do New School. What's the visual on the right side? Whatever the person made it. They're all very different. So in here, this one here, you kind of click and draw these in, and it changes the sound up a bit. And again, what I usually do with these is I go into my presets for all these. And find some that sound cool, and then sample it. And we're going to talk about sampling this stuff next week. And down here you can turn various ones on and off. You can mute them. If you wanted, like, for example, if you wanted that bass, and if you want to learn more about these, you'd have to read the instructions on them, which you can find in Reaktor, I believe, or like online or something like that. Yeah, pretty dope. Yeah. And everyone's different, and they're all complex. So you have to really get in there and kind of like learn it. That's that. What else was in here? That's all the Reaktor stuff. That's all we're really going to talk about. We'll talk about some of this other stuff next week when we're talking about the sampling things. But that's the main stuff. Oh, and the track 1 bass, the TRK01 bass is, where is it? Here we go, TRK01 bass. Open that up. And this is a bass. It's like a 808. It's like a 303 bass. So here, if I just go ahead and go on this, let's quite a little bit in. And then let's just hit play on that. See what that sounds like when we quantize it. Cool. Awesome. Okay. So I'm just going to go ahead and get rid of some of this. Oh, that's annoying. Stopped right on that wrong part. Cool. Over here, let's let's get rid of some of this stuff in here. There we go. Cool. Go ahead and drag that over. And then make sure everything's all quantized. Cool. So we can go in here and we can, I've got this line going here. And you can see how you can change the sound. See if we can mess around with this a little bit. Yeah, cool. And it's not really like a modular synth. It's more like just a regular synth here, but you've got your oscillator, you've got your filter, and you've got your amp envelope, your aux envelope, and your LFO down here. So there's not a whole lot you can do with stuff, but there's like a little bit you can do with it, and you can see what my modulation, like how they've got going on and stuff like that. So James says, I feel like with anything sound design, if there's a question, the answer is always yes. Oh, can you change it to an 808 using the same plugin? Yeah, sorry, I read this in the wrong order. Swift says, can you change it to an 808 using the same plugin? And James says, I feel like with anything sound design, if there's a question, the answer is always yes. Yeah, like 90% of the time, the answer is yes. How would we do that? Well, the first thing we would probably do is go and see if somebody's already programmed in some kind of an 808 type of sound. And we'd use a starting point. There you go. So that one's pretty cool. Let's play that a little bit more like an 808 type of sound. So right, so like that. So we got that there. Let me just go ahead and pull that, quantize it like that, and set my thing like this. Go over here, boom, put that on the end. And the reason why I'm adjusting this around is because I played it like halfway through, right? Let's take that one, oops, just this one here. And take this one down here. Move that around real quick. There we go. Cool. So that's like more of an 808, like more of a bassy type of thing. And let's take this. Let's go over here to our amp envelope. Turn that sustain down. Pull that release up. Cool. Now let's see what our aux envelope is doing. Our aux envelope is messing with the filter here. So there it goes. Pull that down. Cool. Let's just see what's going on here. You can hear it's like bending up to it, which is not horrible, but and let's see if there's a way to make it not bend. I don't know if there is a way to make it not bend. There we go. Put that amp envelope. See if we can get rid of that pop. Not really able to, I'm not getting rid of that pop very well. So you can hear we can get it to getting it into a kind of 808 type of sound, but then what we'd want to do to that, if we want to really make it 808y, like a little bit more sustain or whatever, a little bit more crunch to it, we pull in some other things afterwards. Is it because it's a square wave? No, it's just because something with the amplifier is doing stuff with it. It's not really. The square wave is actually a good wave to use for a sub type of thing. So. No, it's not really, because we have all these. You can still hear there's like pops on it. It's because mostly because it's like a bass type of sound. But cool. It'd be hard to EQ that pop out, but I don't think we need it. I mean, just turn this off here. I think it sounds pretty good like this. So then what we do is put some other sounds on the end of it. I mean, some other plugins after it. So let's go in here and add in, if you have the whole complete bundle, you're gonna have access to all this stuff, because the only thing I have from Native Instruments is Complete, and it's just got all this stuff in it, right? So let's go down here to the 76. It's a good little compressor to use. There we go, we'll turn it all the way. Can add in, like, a little bit of distorty. There we go. Cool. There you go. And it's got a little bit of edge to it there. Or you can pull that back and add in something else. Let's just keep using the Native Instrument stuff because we're here. And one thing I like from there is this driver. I haven't messed with dirt. Let's see, but you just use driver here. Driver's pretty cool. Can use. Can do some nice stuff with this. There we go, cool. And you can hear with driver, a little goes a long way. This is like a interesting little filter distortion thing. Hear that? Just adjust our envelope here. The release. So you hear this is our envelope here. When it gets hit, it turns it on. You can see this input here. Yeah, totally. Staffo. Sorry, I'm like. Let's turn the decay down over here and see what that does. Now let's see what happens when we put it down an octave. There you go. Cool. Nice low end there. Nice, yep. Cool. Yeah. Pretty cool sound there. Yep. So you can get a lot out of this, and this Reaktor here is just the free Reaktor. Now these other ones here come with the paid everything that you paid for. So You're not going to get those, but you could use ones that come with Ableton Live or Pro Tools or something like that. And that's basically Reaktor right there. I mean, that's kind of a little basics on how to use it. I'm going to go ahead and stop recording there.